to another episode of SC Fireside Chats. I'm one half of your hosts, Adam Cook, with my better half, Tony Spain.
How you doing?
How you doing, Tony?
Tired.
Tired?
Been moving.
Yeah.
Moving all week.
Richmond County has been putting a lump of coal in your stocking. That's the way that shit goes.
Well, I don't know if Richmond County has anything to do with my moving situation, but...
Well, the landlord does.
Yeah, well, no, I like my landlord. He just
Right.
wants to sell the house, and I don't blame him. The market's hot.
Yeah,
so,
now's the time.
But anyways, I've literally done no show prep today.
Oh.
So I'm shooting straight from the hip.
Well,
and
that's two people shooting straight from the hip.
We're going to see how this goes.
I write everything out, and that's all the show prep we ever have.
Yeah.
This is basically like improv for dummies. So, first thing on the agenda today, check out the G7 meetings with Joe Biden, the senile drooling idiot, trying to find his way to get through that.
Yeah.
I mean, what'd you hear about that, man?
Well, according to the news media, the mainstream news media,
he
killed it. It was a turning point in the administration, and what was it? A defining moment of his legacy.
Oh yeah,
is what I heard.
Yeah,
but when I actually go and actually watch clips of it, I'm like, that doesn't match up at all.
I especially like that moment where Dr. Jill Biden was talking to all these foreign dignitaries, is what he's supposed to be doing, and he wandered off, and she had to basically call him back like a dog. Like,
I think my favorite part was when they're going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Right?
Did he trip again?
And he's like, it's so beautiful here, I don't want to leave, or I don't ever want to leave. And I was like, we can arrange that.
Yeah, like an American was like, stay there.
Right.
Like, don't come back.
Yeah. Or when he picked the dandelion up and...
Did he try to eat it?
You know, and gave it to Jill.
Ah.
And then she, like, dropped it after, like, 2 steps.
Ooh, so we got a little bit of Melania going on with the First Lady. Where she's like, we're like, every time Donald Trump would try to take her hand, she would swat him away.
Yep, right.
So apparently she's feeling a little bit of bitterness too right now.
Maybe.
Probably because she knows she's not actually a doctor. In no way is she a doctor. She's a doctor of teaching. And as we all know, you teach what you can't do. So she can't even teach teaching. But she can't actually teach. So anyway, I found it to be funny where he actually, the meeting with Putin that he had, where he actually laid out all the most critical parts of our infrastructure that he's not supposed to cyber attack. And I'm sure Putin gave a long, evil Russian-sounding laugh. It was like, oh no, we are not going to attack that.
Yes.
We're not going to attack that. Why am I laughing? Inside joke. Because they're going to attack that. How are people not mad at this? It's like, hey, please don't attack this, and I'm going to give you a list of things that you should attack.
In all seriousness, I really think we're in a bad position.
We have a racist, senile, misogynist, old 80-year-old man in the...
He's being tested on the world stage.
And he failed that.
He's not passing the test at all.
He wouldn't pass that any more than he would pass the mental acuity test.
China is setting themselves up to be the next superpower of the world.
Well,
Russia, Putin knows it. He's making counter moves to do it.
Yeah.
And we're over here saying that global warming is the greatest threat to our national security.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well.
Well, I agree, but the thing is I'm confident we'll come out on top in spite of ourselves, because the one good thing is authoritarian governments can never actually compete with a democratic government.
Most of the time.
Like, for instance, China has a problem with, they're going to start losing population soon because of that one-child policy and everything. So their population is set to decline, which will probably lead to a collapse of their economy because, they have a very aging population over there. So that's my theory.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure that I agree with that theory, but time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'm right, but I've been wrong in the past. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully. But also we got to talk about Hunter Biden dropping racial slurs like he's a white boy rapper. Like
really?
That. Yeah.
I have not heard this.
Oh, dude, he was talking to his lawyer and everything, and he was dropping, like, I don't say the N-word, because I think it makes you sound like a child on a school. You're like,
he said the A word, or he said the S word.
I call it the word that cannot be named, you know, because that's just funnier. It has dramatic flair. Or I call it the N-bomb because I can say that and I'm still like culturally appropriating black people. So I like doing that too. But he's dropping N-bombs left and right in these texts, man. I mean, like, he just doesn't care. I think he learned it from his dad, in all honesty. I think his racist dad taught him to do that. And so he's not only dropping that, but he's dropping crappy art.
I did read about the art, which is very interesting.
It looks terrible. It looks really, really bad.
I haven't actually seen any of the art, but I find it interesting that that he is getting involved in the art world.
Right.
Because I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but the art world is one of the largest money laundering communities in the world.
Really?
It is, right. So, I mean, when you're getting paychecks from, I don't know, China, the Ukraine, wherever else.
Not the art world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you need to launder some money like that. I mean, the art world would be a great place to do it.
It's a good way to get paid by the
I have no evidence. This is a conspiracy theory, all right? I have no evidence.
Just because a conspiracy theory doesn't make it untrue.
Well, that's true, as we're finding out about a lot of other conspiracy theories.
Right.
But I just find it very interesting that they chose the art world.
That's interesting.
For that reason.
I find it interesting that this artwork that I've looked at, it looks like the neurons in his brain while he's on crack. Like, it really looks like this is what his brain looks like on drugs. Because it's basically like a rainbow picture with what looks like little, if you look at it, some of the pictures, it looks like neurons or whatever. Or like, you know, what you would think your brain and the neurons are and everything. I think it's just like him, like, reaching deep inside of himself and going, what does my brain look like when I'm high on crack? And I'm banging a stripper, and then denying her child support.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what his brain looks like. Like, you know, in that old commercial where it's like, this is your brain, and they crack an egg and put it in the pan, and this is your brain on drugs. At least that made me hungry. You know, but this one, I was just like, wow, that is crappy art.
And then someone else is going to come along and be like, oh, I love it. Let me give you $500,000 for it.
And it'll just so happen to be one of his dad's business buddies from Russia or China.
Right.
And then they'll probably like use it for firewood or some kind of, actually kindling, because it wouldn't last that long. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. And so let's also, you know what's really funny? You know what I heard about happened the other day? Is Ilham Omar comparing this country to Hamas. You know what's funny about that? Hamas was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on.
We're not like them.
We're not like them. Don't insult us by comparing us to Hamas, because of the United States, because we're way more competent than them, which is actually probably true.
Yeah.
You know, so what do you think about that when you heard that, man?
Well, I'm just now hearing it, actually. So
really? You have been moving, haven't you?
Yeah, I've really, like I said, I've paid very little attention to the rest of the world around me.
You're probably doing much better mental health-wise than I think.
I mean, I feel better.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way I am with social media. I'm trying to avoid it these days, you know, because this is too much nonsense.
But it doesn't surprise me that she would say that.
Yeah,
there's no really shock factor there for me.
I was disturbed by like how like the Democrats did the right thing and denounced her and told them like, you know, you need to clarify your statement. And then she does it. Then they thanked her. And so now Pelosi's trying to say like, oh, we didn't rebuke her. We thanked her. And I was like, yeah. I mean, that's an interesting situation where you have to thank someone for like causing you to have to worry about like the situation.
Right.
Where you have to now try to justify what even Hamas knows to be untrue.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, man. Like, we actually get stuff done. You know, like, and now they've actually broken the peace. They're actually firing rockets again.
Yeah, so that
into Israel.
See some of that.
So, but you know why it's all happening? Because of us. Don't forget that, America.
Right.
It's all our fault. You know, that these guys are anti-Semitic and hate Jewish people.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally because of us, you know, according to Ilhan Omar. And that little fat woman, Rashida Tlaib. Oh, God. I would have sex with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I would hate love her. You know, I can't say the real word for it because we don't curse. we don't curse Anderson on this show, so you know we're gonna bring him out soon. But we don't. But I would hate love her, totally. But all the rest of them, Ilhan Omar, I don't know, man. Maybe I could, you know. But the rest of them, like Rashida Tlaib, she's just not attractive. And then Ayanna Pressley, she shaved her head. I can't get past that. That's my kink. I can't get rid of shaved head woman. I can't get rid of that.
I have no comment on it.
You have no comment on any of that. Well, I think he's right to leave me twisting in the wind on that.
That's right.
That's all. Yeah, that's all me. It's all on me, everybody. So you know what's really funny too is have you heard about the pushback on critical race theory?
Yes.
I find it to be wonderful. I'm loving that.
Well, I think people are starting to realize exactly what it is.
It's racist.
It's Marxist, communist.
What's race-based Marxism?
Yeah, right.
Is what it is. Yeah. And at the end of the day, too, it's like I love how people are like starting to whine on the left. They're getting mad about how why is everybody like making such a big deal out of this? Because you were making a big deal out of it, and it started spreading in the school districts all around them. But now,
see, when you start messing with people's kids,
they turn into lions and lionesses.
People are going to wake up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
and
they're not going to take that lightly.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but I know someone who is very upset about it because they're saying like my son is not filled with hate, and why should he be taught that he is filled with hate?
Right.
And I agree with that absolutely. It's like, I mean, how is it not racist to tell black people they're perpetual victims, and white people they're perpetual oppressors?
Right.
Especially in this day and age when it's not happening as quickly as we want it to, but you see minority communities are entering into the middle class and higher.
Right.
Like the Obama family is best buddies with those blue bloods.
Yeah.
The Bushes.
But I don't know how they're doing it because according to Joe, they don't know how to call a lawyer or an accountant. Right. Or how to find them
they can't actually use Google.
Right.
Apparently, according to Joe. Yeah. But this is the same guy who has been saying racist stuff his whole life.
47 years.
47 years of racism.
Huge record of it.
And crime bills, by the way, which are, I mean...
Oh, yeah. Completely decimated the black community, by the way. And he pretty much wrote it, I think. Did he write it? I think he wrote it.
I think he wrote it. And he pushed it as his one legislative accomplishment. Yeah. Other than that, he's been getting by on his charm, if you want to call it that.
Right.
But... I think the pushback is only the beginning. That's why whenever the Democrats start screaming about how something is racist or this is evil, this is the end of democracy, things are actually getting better. So that's the way I look at it. Whenever they're complaining, it's probably a good thing. I actually read a great article by Andrew Sullivan where he said, and that dude is the coolest gay Brit out there. I love that cat. He's
very, very intelligent.
He's very intelligent, and I think I'm a typical American. Like when I hear someone have a British accent, I just assume they're smart.
Yeah.
It's my Americanness, man. It's like, but I was like, he's talking about how no, we shouldn't ban critical race theory. We have to expose it. We have to continue to expose it to everyone because there was actually a poll I saw where like 58. I'm probably wrong on the exact numbers, but 58% of the country is extremely opposed to it, and there's like 38% that supports it. What, 38%?
Yeah, that number needs to be lower.
Yeah, but that's why you got, and then the rest don't know enough about it to have an opinion. So we got to continue to expose it, and I guarantee you, the numbers of those opposed to it will go up.
Yeah.
So we got it's an inherently racist ideology, where the idea of like you are your racial identity first and foremost, and that's all you are. Well, excuse me, that's racist.
Right.
It's extremely like these Democrats. They were the John C. Calhouns then, and they're the John C. Calhouns now. Yep. It's just now they're left wing rather than right wing.
Right.
So they think it's different. Right. But take it from the white Southerner, it is not different. Yeah. That is racism,
really not.
Plain and simple. And so please, parents out there, if you're watching this, and I pity you if you are, but if you're watching this right now, continue the pushback against critical race theory. We gotta expose this for the charlatans that they are. So maybe Edward McKinney will make less money. And you know what also got my genitals somewhat hard is Chrissy Teigen has been canceled by social media. It's sort of like, hey, Dr. Frankenstein, why are you surprised when the monster turns around and kills you?
Right.
You created this.
Yeah.
You created this. And to watch her groveling apology, it was just like, I mean, I would not be lying if I told you I didn't feel a little bit of schadenfreude right now. I'm laughing. I'm laughing heartily at all this because I mean that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know, it's like like how you rise is how you'll fall in a lot of ways. Like she rose through, and some of the private messages she left to people, it was crazy, man. I mean, she's talking about she hopes they die, your career's over, blah 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 blah. You should kill yourself. And even in my worst days of trolling people on the internet, I never privately messaged anybody.
Right.
And did that.
Right.
You know, I prefer to do it publicly and tell them like, you're dumb, blah 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 blah, and then they would turn into a foaming wreck, like a foaming at the mouth wreck. You know, it was fun, but I did it publicly.
Yeah.
Not in private messenger or anything like that. So,
well,
are you laughing at it? Because you should.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I laugh at all of it. I mean,
right.
You know, it's just so. Here's an example. So, like when you make a comment about something or whatever, like, and then you say, "Oh, I really appreciate your love and tolerance."
Yeah.
Right. Which because there isn't any.
Right.
You know, and then they come back with something that's just so god awful, hateful towards.
I hope you die of herpes.
Right. And I'm just like, thank you for proving my point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, you kill them with kindness, as my mom used to say.
Yep.
You know, but I admit to trolling people back in the day because it was so easy. So let me give a preemptive apology in case anybody goes through my old Facebook account, because my old one is the one where I did that. I don't do that now. But I am extremely disappointed in myself that I did not troll more of you. I am so very sorry that I did not expose more of your stupidity. And that's on me. That's my bad. I wish I had devoted more time to turn you into the foaming at the mouth idiot that you are. And for that, I formally apologize. I'm sorry about that. I should have made that. I should have been like a Milo, whatever the hell his last name is. Except I'm not into dudes.
Well,
you know, but
for the good of humanity,
yeah.
I hope they accept your apology.
Oh, well, they will.
Yeah,
but I've already like withdrawn from the field of battle on that, so I'm not worried about them. They can all burn in eternal hellfire. So, is there anything else you would like to add, Tony?
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
I don't know if we have any Father's Day.
And happy Juneteenth.
Yes.
To everybody before that, happy Juneteenth to everybody. Actually support that being a federal holiday. I think it should.
Yeah.
Because unlike Democrats, I am not racist. So, you know.
I think before we get more federal holidays, we should start taking some away.
Yeah, some of these don't make any sense anymore.
I don't know. I don't know that we need another day off.
Yeah.
I mean,
we need people to get back to work.
Yeah, well, that would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need another paid holiday off of work.
I think it was kind of messed up that they did it on Saturday. Why is it on Saturday?
Well, it's just the same day.
It's just the same day.
Yeah,
so next year it'll be on a
It'll probably be observed
weekday.
on a Monday.
Okay, I was going to make a joke about that, but I won't because I'm racially sensitive. Yeah. So, now we move to the part of the show called Headlines, where, as you may know, or may not know, I give Tony four real headlines and one fake one, and he decides which one is real. Are you ready, Tony?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this thing. First one, I'm going to read him one time, and then we'll go back a second time, and he picks which one is fake. So, first one, headless body found in topless bar. Okay. Number two, climate policy models need to get real. Okay. Witnesses confused as prostitute bitch slaps her pimp. Okay, that's number three. Number four, German army to rescue beer trapped in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Okay. And number five, Amazon says sad workers can shut themselves in despair closet. All right?
All right.
You got it? Okay, now, moment of truth, everybody. Here we go. Headless body found in topless bar.
Did that happen in Florida?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go true.
That one is true. And I think that sounds like a New York Post headline. Sounds like something like, or headless body found in... They always put a headless body somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So that one is true. Climate policy models need to get real.
It's true.
That one is true. That one's like too easy. That one's too easy for me. I'm sorry. I'll come up with better ones next time. Witnesses confused as prostitute bitch slaps her pimp.
Sure, that's true.
Nope, that was fake. That's how funny I am. I came up with that one all by myself. And the other ones, I'm sorry, I gotta get this ready for bringing our guest out. All right, so the other ones are German army to rescue beer trapped in Afghanistan. That one was true.
That one was true.
That one was true. That one, I could see that happen. And Amazon says sad workers can shut themselves in the spare closet. Having worked for Amazon, I know for a fact that one was definitely
true. See, that's the one I was thinking was fake. Because, well, I knew how much you're displeased with Amazon.
Oh, I thought about working for them again, but I'm at a better place. So it's like, I work for SAS, which is, it's like Amazon, but they treat you like a human being. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with that one, you know. I'm gonna go with the real one, you know. So, now it's the exciting part of the show, where we introduce our guest.
And who do we have?
This guest we have today goes by the name Sauce, but his real name is Anderson Nance. Anderson Nance. He was with me on the Wild Out show. Okay. We killed it on stage many times. He's still killing it on stage. He is performing all around the South. And unfortunately, he said he's going to leave us and go to Austin. But in the meantime, he also has this amazing podcast called Who Dem. Was formerly known as the DPS podcast, but now it's Who Dem. We're very happy to have him here. He's a very funny guy. Let's hear it for Sauce, everybody. All right. Yeah. What's up, Sauce?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, stay right there so they can see you.
Oh, okay.
And they can see my gut. Cool. It's right here for everyone to see. So how you been, brother?
I've been good, man.
Doing it?
Trying to do this comedy stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recently, I bombed.
You bombed?
Yeah.
Tell everybody about that, because that's always a funny story.
Hey, man. I mean, it happens to everybody. It happens. But, this one hurt particularly bad.
Why?
Because I bombed in front of my hometown.
Ooh.
So all the people that grew up with me, and they're so proud. Oh my God, he's doing comedy. We're gonna finally see him do comedy. And then it was like,
oh man.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. Now, one time I invited my sister and all her friends out to the comedy house and I was performing, and I died hard. It was bad, man. And then like afterwards I get off and they're like, "Well, I thought you were funny." I was like, "You're lying."
yeah, don't lie.
I appreciate it.
Well, I admire all of you for doing it. I mean, the only time I get in front of an audience is on karaoke nights. So.
Yeah, and you can bomb with that too.
Yeah, but it's a little different though.
It is, yeah.
That's expected bombing
right,
karaoke.
right.
Like one time, two times I invited both my mom and my father to a show. Fortunately, I didn't bomb then. But what was weird is my mom and her friend Beverly was like, "You remind me of Jerry Seinfeld." I'm like, how? in what world am I like Jerry Seinfeld?
Well, was that a compliment or?
I think she meant it as a compliment.
Well, I mean, but for you, I mean, do you like Jerry Seinfeld?
I do like Jerry Seinfeld, but the problem is he's like, "What's the deal with everybody?" Right. I was like, nah, I don't see that, man. But my dad was sitting there like this, judging the whole thing, and I did real good. I did all right. I get off stage, he's like, "Yeah, you did good. You did all right." You know, and that's the only encouragement I ever got from my father. God rest his soul.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. I put that up on Instagram, a picture of me when I got my ring at the Citadel, and he was proud as a peacock. So that was nice. I got to have that moment and nothing else.
Right.
So, you know, that's all I got. So what else is going on with you, man?
Trying to move, man. Like, South Carolina is trying so hard to keep me here.
Really?
I swear to God, every time I get everything together to take that step, it's like, life is like,
South Carolina's like a black hole.
I swear, bro.
Can't get out
It
of
just
it.
keep clawing and bringing me back. So that's how I know I need to move, because every time I get up, the stuff to move, it's like something happens. So it's like it gotta be something on the other side, you know.
Yeah.
Like
it gotta be greener pastures.
Yeah, it gotta be, man. It's trying too hard to keep me, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But other than that, man, I've been good, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you say you're trying to move to Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. kind of get in with Joe Rogan's club?
Yeah, man, cause like this is my mind. When I seen it, I was like, okay. So when the whole pandemic, they had the whole mass exodus to Texas.
Yeah,
So it was like, in my mind, like, okay, it's gonna be a wave of new comedy coming out there. I know it is. So why not let me get there right at the beginning?
Get a piece of that. Yeah.
So that's my whole plan anyway. Like I thought about moving other places, but that was it. I just thought about it, didn't think about it no more.
Yeah.
But then I thought about Texas, and I keep thinking about Texas.
Right.
I keep thinking about Texas.
Well, there's a lot more. There's a lot more freedom out there too. I mean, they don't mess with you as much. The taxes are lower. Mm-hmm. It's expensive to live out there, but just because there's so much money out there, you know.
So I figure I'll make the money to.
Right. Yeah, everybody seems to be talking about Austin, man. I was telling you that comedian Douglas. I think he goes by Doug Smith or Doug Allen.
Doug Allen, I think.
Yeah, his real name is Douglas Smith, but he goes by Doug Allen.
Yeah.
It's a good stage name, by the way. It's an excellent stage.
Doing a show with him Wednesday.
Where are you doing that at?
Elliott Borough Mini Bar.
Charleston?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Me and Donovan Stroud going up there.
That's good. Cool. Yeah, I need to go out to that. I'm just too busy. I got to shoot that pilot this weekend, and I got to wait till July before I start trying to do stuff out of town. I got too much going on right here. But that sounds cool, man. So like, and what do you think about like all the stuff we were talking about politically? You got an opinion on that?
First off, AOC is a baddie. I would definitely love her too.
There you go, man. We could double team her, man. That'd be fun.
No, see, I'm selfish.
You're selfish.
I
you gotta have all the love yourself.
You can get it after I'm done.
I'll take the sloppy seconds. I'm fine with that.
And Ayanna Pressley bald head, I'll palm my head like a basketball. We in there. But another thing, we was talking about the art and how it's, you know, I heard that too, the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
That they use it to like smuggle stuff. Cause you think about it, what better way to wash money?
Well, yeah, because you can't put a value
Exactly.
on it. You know, like two people can look at the same piece of work and one say, man, I wouldn't give you 10 cents for that. And someone else says,
I pay $500,000.
Right, you know. So
it just happens to be a Russian business associate.
Right.
So it's like
you can't really put a set value on any of it. So it would be a great way to
So
watch
basically,
it.
when the IRS be like, where did you get this $50,000 from? Well, I have this painting.
I sold this painting.
So I heard that too. I forgot where I heard it from. But yeah, when you said that, I was like, I've heard it before. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it would be like if Hillary Clinton did like a painting of like the murder of one of her enemies, and like, or maybe she wouldn't do it literally like that, but it would be like a big red splat of blood on like a sidewalk, and that would be her painting, and then somebody that she's done business with buys that painting for like $1 million. You know, it's like. I could see that totally. Like, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Another thing, what exactly is critical race theory? I've heard of it. I don't know
racism.
What it is.
It's racism, is what it is. It says that you are your racial identity and nothing else, and that you're a perpetual victim, and that I'm oppressing you.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
You're oppressing.
What?
Yeah, man, you're
I didn't even
know that. With your gut, man.
Oh. Okay, if you want to like fat shame me, whatever.
Yeah,
okay, right. But I'm gonna drink some more of this sugary pineapple.
That's right. That's right.
I don't believe in fat shaming. There's no such thing.
Well, I mean, there are fat people out there who think they're being shamed, but at the same time, it's like I don't blame anything. This is beer. This is a whole lot of booze right here. Man.
But here's the thing, though. You accept that you got a gut, right? And you're not gonna get mad at anybody else.
No, it's my fault, man. I did it.
Yeah,
exactly. And my thing is, I got a lot of flack for this online. When did fat become an insult? I thought it was just accurate.
Yeah, that is true.
whenever the hell that all the woke people decided it was an insult.
But see, that's the thing, though. We're reaching a point with all this to where you can't be honest about anything.
You can't say anything.
Like I can't call you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. Stupid right? I mean, let's be honest. There's stupid people out there. We
totally.
all know some of them. Right?
Well, yeah, I'm from South Carolina.
And on some days, I'm stupid.
Absolutely.
You know, but I mean, but we can't. You know, if you call someone stupid, you know, now you're like this horrible person.
Especially y'all, because they, for some reason, there's an attack on cis white males.
Yeah.
They don't like y'all.
The most exotic thing to be in this country today is a straight white male.
Right.
Did you see
and Christian? If you're
did you see where they had Joe Rogan under flack for saying that? He was being hyperbole, was talking about that it's gonna get to a point where if you're a cis white male, you can't talk. You can't say anything.
Yeah, you just will be mute.
Right. And a lot of people were getting upset at him because, like, we know that he was just being hyperbolic. We know that he was saying it.
Right.
But like a lot of people was like, Joe Rogan, how can you say that when you literally get paid millions of dollars to talk and blah blah blah? But my thing is, like, I've seen a lot of black entertainers and comedians saying that, and I'm like, I gotta disagree.
Yeah.
Because that's the same argument that they used when they told LeBron to sit up and dribble. They said there's no such thing as racial oppression because you have all these big dollars, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
They're not talking about them specifically, but you gotta admit that this PC culture is trying to mute people.
Well, common sense is what's going to win the day, I think, because like people can be of any race or gender or sexuality and realize it's like the Salem witch trials. You can mouth the pre-approved script that they have before you, and you'll still end up on trial.
Yeah.
You know, like that. I can't Manuel Lynn, whatever, the guy who did Hamilton. And,
I've never seen it.
Well, that guy was made to apologize because there weren't enough Afro Puerto Ricans.
Oh, right.
And so then,
I saw that.
And then Bill Maher, of all people, gets up there and is like, don't apologize to these people.
Yeah.
Why are you apologizing to these people? You made the Founding Fathers Hispanic and black in your Broadway play, and now you feel, screw them. Don't
Bill Maher
apologize.
says some smart things every now and then.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing, is like, and that's why I have hope for the future.
Yeah.
It's because I think when you see the vast majority of the country is against all this political correctness, because they can tell what it is.
It's like Charles Barkley.
Right.
He got in trouble for
saying some
big girls in San Antonio or something like that, right? So,
and by the way, not one of them
he doesn't
will
care
deny that it's
though.
true.
I mean, he literally told his bosses,
I'm out in 2 years.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out in 2 years. You're gonna kiss my ass.
And in the meantime, he'll feel free to say whatever the hell he wants.
Well, he's always felt free to say whatever he wants. And actually, that's why I like Charles Barkley. I don't always agree with Charles Barkley, but I definitely appreciate him for standing up and not holding back. So.
Well, my whole thing too is like, I think there's something to be learned from the fact that I've been treated with more love and respect and tolerance and understanding by the black comedians and artists and everything in this town than by the white liberal comedians.
Right.
They are the ones that want to drive you out and ostracize you and everything, whereas, like on the Wild Out crew, people saw me. They saw me as a human being. They knew my heart. And they were like, look, I don't agree with you on pretty much anything. But, nobody
I'll be ruffling some feathers.
I ruffle some feathers. But they never kicked me off the show or cancel me or anything like that,
See, the thing is, when you was talking about how you apologize for more people that you should have trolled, I feel because we almost on the same vein with the style of comedy we do.
Right.
We are some habitual line steppers.
Right. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever planned your fake apology speech?
Well, I was thinking of that when I gave that fake apology. I was like, that's how I would do it. If someone was made. Let's say I get like famous and whatever. And then they, of course, comb through my social media. And believe me, there's plenty of things that will piss off a left-wing, politically correct, white liberal. But not one of them, not one of the things I've ever said could ever be considered to be racist, sexist, homophobic. I just disagree with the Democrats and their whole interpretation of things. And if I ever did, that would be my speech. Is like, I'm sorry I didn't do more. I'm sorry I didn't piss you off more. I should have done more.
I got a speech planned in my head for when I do. Because of course they're gonna come for me. I know it. I know I got.
We've had people in Columbia come for you already, and it's that crew. It's that white liberal crew.
I don't care. They're insignificant.
They are, exactly.
It was so funny because I didn't even realize they didn't like me. That's how much it didn't matter. Cause I'm here to do comedy.
Right.
I'm here to
Make
do
people
this
laugh.
crap, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't until a couple weeks later that I was like, oh, they don't like me.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Cause I come in and I say, hey, what's up here? Blah blah blah. Well, when I leave, you hear all type of grumbles and stuff, and it's like, whoa.
And then your response is right. It's like, oh, a single tear rolls down my cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't like me. Wow, what a loss.
It is so funny because once I find out they didn't really like me, I just kept working, and it was eventually like some of them. It was just like we started here, I started here. It's like,
right. Yeah.
Y'all still doing that same 5 minutes I seen you doing?
Yep.
Look at me, I got a whole 30. Like what?
Yeah.
What you doing?
See, that's what you do. That's the way you handle it. You don't apologize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't kowtow to them. You just keep doing your thing. You build it up and you keep working on it. And that's the way to handle it.
One of my main things is, this is kind of a slogan of mine. Whatever happened to the word so?
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to use the word so anymore.
I was very offended by that.
So? Like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Like you can say some stuff that I disagree with, and I can just say so.
Yeah. Like whatever.
Continue on with my life. Like I don't have to sit here and waste energy to combat you on some things when when it's your opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a strong opinion where you're not going to change regardless if I do get upset.
Your opinion's not going to change either.
So it's like, okay. But still at the same time, we still can both sit on this couch and just talk.
And it'd be cool.
That's right.
So like, what happened to so?
I wish the Waddell thing hadn't been killed by coronavirus, because it was getting to where we had not only a diverse cast but a diverse audience. Every night we had people of every kind in the audience. They were loving it. That we were packing it out, man. It was sad, dude, but I mean, it's brought a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, even though the coronavirus was low-key the best thing that happened in my career.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
Because it shut down like all the big name people, all the big places.
Right.
But the mom and pops, like all look like mom and pops, bars and stuff, like the Gold Den.
Yeah, I've done that show.
Like they still needed to stay open, because if they closed, they're
done. Yeah.
So basically, during the whole time, they're like, oh, we need to find a new way to get people in here. I'm like, hey,
I got comedy.
I could put up shows. We could do open mic.
Promote it. What they're doing with the certified comics is amazing.
Yeah, shout out Certified Comics.
And to the Who Dem.
Who Dem?
You know, they're doing their thing.
Stroud and comedian Pudgy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's off on their thing. I'm working. I'm doing more writing and acting. I call it acting. I'm doing more of that. You know, there's when one door closes, another one opens. So it's the silver lining is finally, first of all this crap is finally ending. We're all sitting here maskless. Okay, thank God.
I barely wore masks this whole pandemic.
Amen.
Look at I look like this, bro. Look.
I had it below my nose the entire time.
If I can fart and it goes through my underwear and my pants and still get to my nose, I don't think a mask is gonna stop whatever is out there.
You know who secretly agreed with you on that? Dr. Fauci.
Until he didn't agree.
But that was all for political.
Didn't it just come out that they knew about it, that it was that the coronavirus made it in the lab and all that stuff?
Yeah, they know about it.
Like that made perfect sense from the beginning.
Right.
Like, come on, a bat. Somebody ate bat soup. And
well, the thing is they're working on bats in that lab.
Yeah.
They were experimenting on the bats, and then if one of them got out, it could spread the virus around, but that doesn't mean it wasn't created in a lab.
Cool.
Right.
So what I'm saying is they made it seem like it was just a random bat. It's just like, no, because it's never just nothing random like that. Because if you think about it, this is one thing I like to think. I always attribute this to the way I believe about religion or whatever.
Right.
If you think about it, minus human interference, this world works perfectly.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like
it has a cold hard logic, but it functions like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, you got the bugs, the grass, some bugs, some that animal, they eat that, and they die, go back, make the grass again. It's just like everything works perfectly except for us.
Circle of life.
Well, we are the anomaly. We come in and mess things up.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. I agree with that. And by the way, I saw Lion King too. So I know about all
the
that.
circle.
The line. Like.
Even though Lion King, they stole that from the other show called Kimba the White Lion, and Disney just straight up jacked the story.
It wasn't Disney, man. Of course they steal stuff, and they put more money behind it and then claim it's theirs. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but I mean, the silver lining of all this is the reputation of the experts is now in the toilet. It's completely, I guess, it's just gone now.
Yeah.
Nobody takes them seriously.
I didn't take them seriously in the first place.
Yeah. I always wore the mask below my nose just to make the point of like, I obey, but I do not comply. Yeah.
I wore the mask when I was out and about just to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's pretty much my feeling on it.
Yeah.
Like, if me wearing this makes you feel better,
It's like, yeah, that
I mean,
way, you know,
whatever, I'll wear it.
Yeah, causing the problem.
At the end of the day,
I didn't wear it because I actually thought it was working.
Yeah, if I could have walked into a grocery store without the mask and bought food, I would never have worn it. You know, but now the only place I wear it is at work, and even there, nobody takes that seriously.
We don't even wear it at work like we're supposed to wear it.
Yeah, but
right.
Well, it's funny. I was actually talking with someone on HR when I was out on the floor, and I had my mask all the way down, like here, and I saw her coming. I was like, but I didn't put it above my nose, and she jokes me, goes, Adam, if you're gonna put your mask up, at least put it above your nose. And then I was like, whoop! And she started laughing, and I laughed, and that's it, man. It's like,
I mean, the thing is, we're comedians, man. Like, we'll be on stage and people just ha 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 ha, like coming towards us, like if anybody's gonna get it, we was gonna get it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, so when was the mask gonna become so normal that like when you go like this, it'd be like flashing someone?
Yeah.
I mean,
You might as well be flashing your genitals,
Yeah, right.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, or mooning someone, you know,
Right.
showing your ass.
I'm gonna tell you the craziest thing though, like when people were starting to get like the I don't know which state it was, but it was getting like the vaccine. They had like little badges and stuff, like I am vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, look at this Star of David BS right here. Like, do you not see what's going on here? History repeats itself.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then they're trying to do the vaccine passports.
Yeah.
But that only is happening in like maybe California.
Right.
Or
Of course, California.
Yeah, of course, man. Don't go out to California. Just visit, but don't live out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So,
I don't think I could ever do California.
so anything you want to talk about, or anything you want to plug, or anything you want to, bring attention to? Or?
Just follow the Who Them podcast. We'll be doing episode 21. Not this week, but next week, because
y'all do that at the Sandbar?
Yeah, at the Sandbar, and I'm also have an open mic afterwards. You know what I'm saying? We need to get a crowd in there, man.
Yeah. It's a perfect venue for it.
I kind of like it not being a crowd, a little key. You can pretty much go in there, say the thing, and
do whatever,
and work on stuff with fellow comedians and all stuff. So it was a good space for that.
Yeah. I was out there this Friday.
Also, I'm gonna be in Charlotte, July the 2nd.
What's up? You forgot?
I forgot, man. I just got dates in my calendar.
Is that in Comedy Zone?
No, it's not in the Comedy Zone. It's somewhere else. But I do need to get back out at Comedy Zone, man.
Is that in Millwater still running that?
I think so.
Okay.
I want to talk to her husband, Johnny Millwater.
Johnny Millwater.
Yeah, because
that guy tours.
I want to do cruises.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, you can make money doing that.
I just want to do it because it sounds so cool.
Just get on the boat.
It's
do
gonna
shows every
do
night.
shows and go visit places and have like 1,000 babies on the way. Yeah, that's my plan.
Never have to worry about them because you'll never see them
I'll
again.
never see you again.
Yeah. We have a joke about that with my grandfather in World War II. It's like, yeah, we probably have cousins all throughout North Africa and Italy and Germany because that dude probably spread the seed around a little bit.
That's when you was talking about the Chinese population getting declined. I was gonna single-handedly fix that.
Yeah, they ought to bring you over there. Population decline solved. Like you get over there, they will have more babies than they can know what to do with.
And yes, they do have the.
And they're gonna be so handsome.
They're gonna be big, man. Hey, we have 6-foot Chinamen coming around. Can I say Chinamen?
We'll let it go.
Yeah.
So like you have like 6-foot Chinaman with a foot-long dick.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they say they got the one child rule, but it's bound to be something to fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
So you just got to be a volume shooter, just keep.
Well, they have a really aging population, so they're gonna have a lot of old people they gotta take care of. That's gonna drag their economy down.
Yeah, hey, they'll die off.
Just let it work out. We'll be alright.
That's why the South right here is so popping, because we fill everybody with sodium and high cholesterol. So
Oh yeah.
we don't live long.
Yeah,
Get them up out of here.
But we replace the
very
population,
quickly.
so, yeah.
Man, I
It
went
works
to a family reunion right before the pandemic, and there's like 17 small kids in my family. I didn't know their names.
Yeah, like
I don't even know which one of my cousins is the mama. Like it's just like where did they come from?
They spore. They spore. What do they call it? Spore cake or spore?
That's something, man. I think my cousin just laid eggs, like a batch of eggs.
Yeah. And then like salmon, like they lay the eggs. Someone comes along and ejaculates over it.
Yeah. I still remember I seen a meme about an episode of the Magic School Bus.
Oh my God!
And she had took him inside the salmon eggs, and the male salmon ejaculated on.
Yeah, they did.
And it's just like Miss Frizzle took these kids to get nutted on.
They did that on Family. They did that on Futurama.
Word.
That was the one where they do the nature episode and all that. So anything else you want to?
No, that's about it for right now.
All
Man.
right. Well, that means we come to the final part before Tony takes us out. The moment of inspiration, which is called "Who Would Win in a Fight." Now, what we do is we take famous historical and political figures. And I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold or the coronavirus, and we decide who would win in a fight. And today we have Ameila Earnhardt versus Elanor Roosevelt. So as our guest, you get to go first. Who do you think would win in a fight?
Elanor Roosevelt is Teddy Roosevelt's wife.
No, FDR.
FDR, well, no.
Yeah, but they were all related. I don't know, man.
Wasn't FDR like a beast?
He was what?
Wasn't he like a beast? Wasn't he like a great war hero or something?
No, Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy was okay.
FDR had polio. He was in a wheelchair, so he could never serve.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say that if it was Teddy Roosevelt's wife, then I would go with Elanor because she takes that pounding. But Ameila Earnhardt, she flew around the world.
She flew around the world. She was one of the first major aviators that was hugely famous for flying and her skills. And then she disappeared when she was trying to fly around the world. She disappeared somewhere out in the South Pacific and they never found her body.
And she lived this.
Oh, so you're going with Elanor Roosevelt?
She can't drive.
Right. She can't fly.
If you are a famous pilot, you know not to drive there. So I don't think her decision making skills is good. You know what I'm saying?
So she's not going to win that fight.
Yeah, because Elanor, she's the president's wife.
Right.
She made good decisions to get to that position. So, I think she'll know exactly when the bar, when the weed. With Ameila Earnhardt, she's like, you know what?
How to fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah. Whereas Ameila Earnhardt couldn't fly.
See, I feel like she got too hyped. Yeah. I feel like she was like, I'm the first woman to fly around the world, and I can do anything. And then, so I feel like she might get a little too overconfident. Like, I can take this punch to Elanor, hit her with that thing real quick.
Right. So Elanor would be like the Mike Tyson, but Ameila Earnhardt would not be the Buster Douglas.
Yeah, she would not.
She would not. Okay.
Yeah, she would take it to the chin and drop.
So your vote is for Elanor Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Elanor Roosevelt as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Well, because Talladega Nights opens up with a quote.
What's that?
About America was built on raw, nasty speed. So
that sounds kind of sexual.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really know. I assume she was talking about race cars.
Right.
Maybe not.
Right.
I don't know what she was talking about.
She was talking about her side dude since FDR had polio, couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, he still managed to cheat on her, but
yeah, of course, he's the president.
Well, I mean, he had polio. Like his Johnson still worked. It's just he was still in a wheelchair because of his disease. Yeah. So y'all both going to Elanor Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Well, I can see Elanor Roosevelt because she had those chompers. She had some big ass teeth. If you want any proof that woman was descended from English aristocracy, Those gigantic teeth. There's your proof. But I gotta go because I'm the contrarian.
Oh, Lord.
I gotta go with Ameila Earnhardt because she was way bigger and stronger. So that chick, I think, would dominate. Like she would she'd sweep that woman's legs out from under her and then get on top of her and just start wailing. That's me. But it doesn't matter because y'all both voted for Elanor Roosevelt, so I'm outvoted this time. So we have decided here officially on South Carolina Fireside Chats that Elanor Roosevelt would win that one. So, to Elanor, good for you. Feel bad for you getting cheated on by her.
She did.
No, they're all dead.
Okay.
Yeah, she died sometime in the 60s or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because
they are old. What am I talking about? I'm talking like she's still.
No. They're both dead. So we'll do another one of these. Who wins in the fight?
We don't know if Ameila Earnhardt is dead.
No. Even if she survived that, she's dead. She probably ended up like having a weird kind of erotic fantasy thing with the guy that she was flying with. And they ended up on.
There was a guy in there too.
Yeah, and they ended up on a deserted island.
Oh.
So they probably had sexual
I know exactly what happened.
Maybe. And on that note,
yeah. All right. So
we leave you a moment of inspiration. See you next time.
Bye.
What's up?
How did becoming a father, I'm from First Class Fatherhood, how did becoming a dad change your perspective?
It's the most incredible thing in the world. And if you're talking about, you're getting a chance, let me speak to fathers. I want to speak to fathers.
Please do.
It's one of my passions,
Mine
man.
as well.
And speaking to the fatherlessness issue out there, the fathers that are not on their post. Right now, in this country, we're about 33% Caucasian Americans having babies out of wedlock where the fathers are not there. 52% Hispanic Americans where the fathers are not there. We're about 73% African Americans where fathers are not there. And it has a devastating effect on kids. So that's why, as a father, if you're a father out there, you run into a father, you got to try to encourage the father. And I don't care where he is in his relationship with his kids, he needs to get back to it, even if it's a strain. Don't let the relationship between you and the mother get so bad that the kid has to suffer. Even if you have to, I don't condone or say go get divorced, but if you have to get a divorce from the wife, you should never ever divorce the kid. Stay on your post no matter what. That's our jobs as father, given to us from the Father. Stay on your post,
Very
man.
well said, Michael. You're a first-class father all the way, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Check me out, First Class Fatherhood. I interview all the guys about fatherhood.
Keep doing that, man.
Let's go.
Great job, man. I honor you on that, man.
Thank you, Mike.
I honor you on that. Great job.